G'day guys, my name is Wildcard and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for following my content. If you do want to buy me a coffee, hit the join button down below. Otherwise, let's talk about this game. Ireland versus New Zealand 2021 Autumn Internationals. This was an absolute spectacular performance by the Irish team. This has to be the greatest performance I have ever seen out of Ireland. Well, provided that I haven't seen, but I'm pretty sure this will be the greatest performance of Ireland ever. It's against the number one team in the world, and they absolutely dominated the All Blacks in every aspect of the game. Like, the scoreline is due to the All Blacks' spectacular defense. If it wasn't for the All Blacks' brilliant defense and amazing individual performances, this scoreline could have been a lot worse. Ireland absolutely dominated the All Blacks in every, in territory, in possession, kicking game, tackling, everything. Okay, just to give you an idea, some of the stats. Okay, let's quickly have a look at some of the stats. That's amazing. All Blacks made, where's the tackle? 238, more than double the tackling over the Irish, and it's just unbelievable how much possession Ireland had, and All Blacks really was just getting pounded throughout the entire game. It's amazing how they actually held on, especially in that first half, where they just held on again and again within 5 minutes of the Irish scoring. And it was, believe it or not, at halftime, the All Blacks were leading 10 points to 5, despite having like 20% possession of the game. Insane, absolutely insane game, okay? Let's have a look at that. So, the overview, right? This has to be like the best game I have ever seen from Ireland. This is the third time Ireland has ever beaten the All Blacks, and out of the 3 times, this has to be the most convincing win. This has to be the most dominant performance over the All Blacks as well. So Johnny Sexton is the only person in history of Ireland to ever beat the All Blacks 3 times. In fact, to only ever beat the All Blacks as the number 10, I guess. As the number 10. He has to be one of the greatest of all time now, right? I mean, Johnny Sexton was just he's a freak. He's almost like a freak of a human being at this point, 36 years of age. So there was absolutely beautiful running game out of Johnny Sexton. The way he's able to just maneuver his backs to create those space, and the way that the Irish backline worked with each other was just beautiful to watch. Absolutely, it was just like a joy to watch it. Like, it was so smooth, being able to constantly break over the advantage line at like fast neck breaking attacking speed. It was just like super smooth, linking with each other constantly. It was just like amazing to watch. Bundyaki, James Lowe, Ringrose, Conway, excellent performance. Especially James Lowe and Ringrose, able to just like constantly get over the line, get over the advantage line with hard running. It was just amazing to see. I've never seen Ireland play this good, to be honest. And also in the fullback, Keenan, like A+. Excellent kicking game. Like, know exactly what to do with kicking game. Really good under the high ball. Applied a lot of pressure when he had the ball, and just amazing. An absolute threat on the field. And it was just really good to see. And not to mention the Irish 4-pack, also it was the tight, especially the tight 5 on the Ireland team, right? Super hard dominant on the breakdown, super fast at the breakdown. And the one thing I did notice is that the Irish tight 5 was probably quite a bit better than the All Blacks tight 5 in terms of being able to get around the park, just being at the breakdown, being in support at the right place, the right time, and just the hard running carry game, being able to get over the advantage line, the amount of crash balls they were able to generate, that platform, that space for their backs to work with. It was just like superb. A+ for the Irish tight 5. And the Irish loose forwards as well. Just a little bit quicker at the breakdown, seemingly, over the All Blacks. The only 2 All Blacks forward I thought was outstanding was Papali'i and Blackadder. They were the only 2 that was doing like all the work. And they were, I think, pretty sure they were the top 2 tackler count as well for the All Blacks. And Blackadder only played like half the game or something. Like really incredible work from like just very few players in the All Blacks team. And the All Blacks tight 5 really didn't have that opportunity to carry the ball at all, and really didn't do that much in terms of generating quick ball at the breakdown. So the All Blacks tight 5 really was, I think, was a big letdown for the All Blacks, and was really outgunned and outpaced by the Irish forward pack. I think that was probably, if I was to point out like one reason why the All Blacks struggled, I think it's the tied 5, not really able to perform to the neck break speed as the Irish fullback for tied 5 essentially. I think and then also this was a masterclass kicking game by the Irish, especially in the second half. The first half, Ireland just ran the ball and just being able to crash the ball constantly over the advantage line, getting really close to score. And then the All Blacks, literally Papali'i and Blackadder was able to hold the line, like two generals holding the line, being able to force the Irish team from scoring. And then the second half, it was just all kicking, and the Irish kicking game was just a little bit better than the All Blacks, and then eventually forcing the All Blacks to run out of their own half. There was a 50-22 made by Gibson Parks, just spectacular, saw the space out wide after a quick turnover, kicks it down, 50-22 turnover, huge turnarounds for the Irish team. Like I've mentioned, the game was looking really good for the All Blacks at the start. When Bowden was on the field for the first 20 minutes, All Blacks looked really good. There was a nice crossfield kick from Bowden where All Blacks almost scored, just spotting the space. And then Bowden got an HRA like 20 minutes in, and then he was taken off. After that, I felt like the All Blacks, like big match Bowden, really like missing that little bit of, really made a difference when he came on the field. I did feel that was a big letdown for the All Blacks. And despite that, the overwhelming dominance by the Irish team, there was a few really brilliant individuals by the All Blacks team. Just clinical, surgical precision execution, being able to score those points. The 20 points you see here, clinical execution by the All Blacks, being able to get themselves keeping themselves in the game, being able to almost getting that last minute comeback win against the Irish team. Will Jordan, absolutely brilliant, being able to set up like a little chip kick try. Same with Papali'i, set up a nice little gap for Cody Taylor for another try. Just like brilliant surgical execution by just a few people from the All Blacks team, being able to really keep them in the game. Like, it was really amazing to see. But overall, I thought this was like the best performing Irish team I have ever seen. Like, this was Andy Farrell. Hats off to you, mate. Like, everybody thought he was just copying Joe Schmidt. He was just, trying to keep what Joe Schmidt had going prior to the Rugby World Cup. He's definitely taken this team to the next level. Like, that attacking line I have never seen Ireland's attacking line this good. Not even the Six Nations. Like, this was amazing. And the kicking game, the way Johnny Sexton's able to, like, just manage everything around him was just, unbelievable. Just unbelievable performance. So this game was also like there was like a sellout stadium. The fans were just hugely into it. The All Blacks came out to the Kamba Opango haka. Okay, in case you don't know, the Kamba Opango haka is the All Blacks haka. And this haka is only used when it's like in like the most important games to the team. So this was deemed a very important game by the All Blacks team. Came out to the Kamba Opango, and it was absolutely drowned out by the singing of Field of Athenry. It was just, man, this was huge match. The crowd was cheering for absolutely everything. Every time there's a tiny knock on, every time there's a big hit, there were just like big shots on people left and right, and it was just like massive cheering for every time anything happens to Ireland. And then there was one heroic All Blacks fan sitting in the crowd. I don't know, maybe a few, okay? Sitting in the crowd, that every time Johnny Sexton takes a kick, he starts whistling or booing or whatever. It's just making noise, and everybody in the entire stadium is shushing him. It was brilliant. There's just like one guy doing it. It was quite good. So overall, let's have a look. Like we mentioned, look match stats: 3 tries to 2. Ireland overwhelmingly beating the All Blacks in just about everywhere. 478 run meters, 328, forcing the All Blacks to make 238 tackles, 18 missed tackles. But the big difference here is that the Irish team were able to get over the advantage line consistently, whilst the All Blacks team were struggling to get over the advantage line when they were attacking the ball. Like I said, the tie 5 from the Ireland team were really able to build that platform for their backs, just being hard crash ball to generate that quick ball as well, following their crash ball to open up that space for the backline to move. Like, the handling on the backline was really, really good. There was very few handling errors from both teams. It was just like amazing. I think the Ireland had fewer handling errors than the All Blacks. And overall, the lineouts were a bit of an issue for both teams. I think both teams had Ireland had 2 lineout losses where they were overthrown, and there was like a miscommunication with one of the calls, so they didn't throw the ball and got penalized. But overall, I think the All Blacks actually got the lineout stolen twice. So the Irish lineout is slightly ahead. The scrum was 50-50. Ireland did get penalized once, but it wasn't really like that huge of a difference. It was maybe just like a little bit of timing issue for the scrum. Wasn't that big of an issue. Penalty count, very low for both teams. As you can see, 9-11. This is a pretty closely contested game, and just amazing. This is like, the All Blacks did not come into this game half asleep like they were against Italy. It was just spectacular performance by Ireland. This is the performance that we were kind of like expecting following that Japan game. But yeah, amazing. Let's go through some of the quick stuff, key points throughout the game. So like right away, about 10 minutes into the game, the All Blacks were actually looking really good with Beauden Barrett on the field, attacking, directing the attacks. They were actually able to get over the advantage line. It was kind of like 50-50 with the All Blacks being a little bit ahead, in fact, at the start of the game. 10 minutes in, there was a 22-minute line out for the All Blacks, comes down. Beauden Barrett gets the ball. Beautiful vision across the field. He does a crossfield kick. Will Jordan catches on the full, almost scores. He links that. In fact, he offloads the ball off the ground to as he's getting tackled to Geordie Barrett, who almost crashes through as well. But man, Ireland's defense was really, really good to be able to hold that off. 2 minutes later, there was a very unfortunate, I think maybe a bit soft, yellow card against Cody Taylor, where he kind of like taps his shoulder, not even shoulder, like forearm on Johnny Sexton's face. And I feel like this has to be, I feel like the entire nation of Ireland, every time Johnny Sexton goes down, I feel like the entire nation of Ireland must be like wincing, like holding their breath, hoping, watching him getting up, because Sexton went down a few times, looking like he got knocked in the head a few times this game. And we know he was out earlier in the Six Nations due to a head knock. And I feel like the entire nation was holding their breath when every time Johnny Sexton goes down. And in fact, by the end of the game, Sexton actually was taken off due to a technically HIA, but I guess it was kind of like towards the time he was going to come off anyway. Anyway, Cody Taylor gets a yellow card. A minute later, following this yellow card, Ireland decides to obviously capitalize one play in the bin, goes for a line-out, 8-minute line-out, comes in for a more. There was some furious forward attacking, running. Gibson Park takes the ball in the open side, and then he decided to go back to the blind side. Really good decision there. Like drawing all the New Zealand defenders back out to the blind side and opening up the wide open space out wide in the open side. And sure enough, they quickly gets the ball out, spreads it out wide. Good hands to Bandiaki. Good hands to, I think, Ringrose. Ringrose all the way throughout. Throw a big cast out to Lowe. Lowe was on the wing with Geordie Barrett. With a huge space to work with, runs into the corner. Geordie Barrett tries to pump up, push him out. No chance. 5 points to nil for Ireland. Johnny Sexton misses his kick from the sideline. A little bit tough for him. So 5 points to nil, 13 minutes into the game. And then also so after that, on the 21st minute, that's when Beauden Barrett gets a HIA taken off the field, and it didn't return. So hopefully, big match Beauden is okay. Because from this point onwards, I feel like this is where the All Blacks really started to feel a bit short of everything on the field when Beauden came off. So basically and then after that, the All Blacks were punished quite a bit for trying to run the ball out of their own 22. They on the 22nd minute, basically the All Blacks try to run the ball out. They get caught with a more turnover. So it was like they were getting punished a lot by the pressure defense by Ireland. So let's just quickly go through some of the key points. So basically, anyway, on the 17th minute, so let's go back a bit on the 17th, I missed one here. On 17th minute, there seems to be like a wrong call. One of the Irish player was like on his feet, but then the referee told him to move away, but he was like, I'm on my feet, I'm the tackler, I can jack over the ball. But the referee didn't say it, he got penalized, gave the All Blacks the opportunity to get the first 3 points on the ball in the 17th minute. on the on the 17th minute, and then from that onwards, from basically the 20th minute to the basically from the 20th to the minute onwards, to the 30th minute, for the 10 minutes, the Irish team was absolutely pounding the All Blacks try line. They were so close. I've got it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 opportunities where the Irish team were about less than 5 meters away from scoring from a try, and then get snuffed out by the New Zealand. This was spectacular defense by New Zealand. I don't know how the New Zealanders were able to hold out these attacks, and really, like, you know, really good to see that Irish team not taking the 3 points. Again and again and again, they wanted to get that try, and they were pushing for it, and again and again and again, the All Blacks were able to snuff it out. Really had no opportunity at all. And then on the 31st minute, the first time the All Blacks had a proper opportunity to attack, just inside, just basically inside the Irish half for a 40-meter line out. The ball comes down, the ball gets caught, pops the ball down to Papali'i, who loops around the back for the line out, finds himself a little gap. It draws the defender out and then throws it inside a pass to Cody Taylor, runs in the nice little gap between the 10 and the line out. I guess the 9 channel, runs in for a nice try on the field. Just clinically executed, like surgical precision there. Straight away, the Irish gets back on them. Straight, just like that. Like, it just, like, literally the first opportunity the All Blacks had, they get 7 points on the board. So it's 10 points to 5, despite the Irish having just absolute dominance and possession of the ball for the last 10 minutes. Just like that, the All Blacks were able to get back in front. So for the last 10 minutes in the first half, Ireland once again not going to give up, keep trying to go for that try. There was a penalty on the 34th minute where I thought for sure they could kick for goal. No, they go for attacking 22-meter line out, and they got really close again, not able to get in the try after building faces up to face. Bit of knock on there cost them. And then on the 37th minute, Gibson Parker really, really close, no try. And on the 39th minute, for sure, I thought this was going to go for 3 points. Last play of the game in the first half, Ireland 5 points down to 10. You want to take 3 points before going to halftime? No. Ireland wants to go for another 5-meter line out before the halftime. And then the line out kind of goes awry. They didn't get opportunity to score. But man, the All Blacks were under so much pressure in halftime. The halftime tackle count, 151 to the All Blacks, only 37 for the Ireland. So literally just absolutely dominant in attack, and being able to just hold on to that scoring a try from the All Blacks, and being able to be 10 points to 5 ahead at halftime was just unbelievable out of the All Blacks to begin with. Second half started, same story. The Irish came out building on the same momentum that they had in the first half. It wasn't like sometimes we see the All Blacks come out in the second half being able to revert that momentum. But no, Ireland kept on the momentum. 4 minutes into the second half, once again Ireland were getting really close to try line again. This time, finally, Ireland able to get over the try line with Kelleher just barging in. This finally crashes down for a try. And getting Ireland on the board finally in the second half. 10 points off. Johnny Sexton once again had to kick the ball in a bit of an angle, missed the kick, with one of the New Zealand fans yelling and booing and jeering at him. So maybe that has something to do with him. He did look a bit annoyed. 10-all, 44th minute. And then on the so then following that, the All Blacks seems to have a little bit of handling issues for the next, in the second half. They really weren't able to build too much momentum. And the Irish kicking game started to really make a big deal out of in the second half, really starting to show in the second half. Unlike the first half, the kicking game was kind of like the Ireland was happy to just run the ball. Second half, they seemed to be able to just really take control of the game with the kicking game a lot more. On the 50th minute, there was a 38-meter line out for Ireland. There was a really quick ball coming off the line out that the Irish number 6, basically Caelan Doris, basically finds himself a little gap. He was able to slip through a tackle from Cody Taylor. Just nice little inside, little short ball, inside running. Gets in behind the All Blacks defense, runs in, goes in for the try. Massive crowd cheering for this try. And and then this was right in front. So Johnny Sexton quickly takes this one before any booing could occur. 17 points to 10. Ireland finally gets in front after 50 minutes of the game. And 2 minutes later, Gibson Park gets the 50-22 for Ireland. Again, the kicking game really starting to show dominance over New Zealand in the second half. And at this point, on the 54th minute, Dalton Papali'i gets penalized for knocking the... Havili gets penalized for knocking the ball down in a tackle right in front of the goalpost while the Irish were building pressure against the All Blacks. Following this 50-22, and then gets penalized for deliberate knock-on. And then basically Ireland takes the 3 this time. 20 points to 10. I think they decided not to just keep going for tries. They decided to pull ahead with 3 points here. 20 points to 10. 54 minutes in. On the 61st minute, the All Blacks... so the All Blacks finally, again, pretty much the first opportunity they had in the second half. And this was still inside their own half. They get a bit of... they have their line out inside their own half. They get the ball down... And they try to run the ball out of their own half. They throw the ball out wide to Will Jordan. Will Jordan, one of the most brilliant players in the All Blacks team, spots a space behind him. Little chip over. And Riku Ioane was full speed ahead, catches the ball, throws it back into Will Jordan. Will Jordan runs in for a try. Just like that, the whole place was dead silent when this happened. The All Blacks catches back a 7-pointer, 23 points to 7. And everybody was like, uh-oh, this was just like that, lightning strikes. All Blacks gets 7 points back on the board. And then a few minutes later, the Johnny Sexton comes off. Joe Carberry comes on for Johnny Sexton. And then the All Blacks was penalized right in front of the breakdown again, right in front of the goalpost. Carberry gets on the field, takes a 3, gets Ireland ahead 23 points to 17. 3 minutes later, the All Blacks strikes back. There was a high ball kick over near the Ireland half. The ball landed inside the Irish 22, but the New Zealand were able to recover. So they start pounding into the Irish line. There was repeated penalties advantage against the Ireland. So New Zealand looks like they're going to score here. They get the ball out. Riku Ioane gets the ball. Sees his brother right next to him. Short ball to his brother. His brother just crashes through this little short gap. Runs through, puts the ball down. Try time. And when this try was scored, literally everybody was in dead silence in the stadium. Everybody thought, yeah, this is going to happen. Is this another comeback for the All Blacks? Because suddenly the All Blacks is 1 point behind after when this try was scored, right? So then the referee had a look. The pass from Riku Ioane to his brother Akira Ioane was forward. So no try. And then sure enough, everybody thought the New Zealand should continue the attack because the Ireland... Finally, this is basically, the second time the All Blacks had opportunity inside the Ireland half. Sam Wallach up to 3. So, huge let off for Ireland. Even the commentator was saying it. This was just, this was probably a bad decision. This is probably a turning point for the New Zealand. They could have got a try here and be 1 point ahead and completely turn the game around. So, yeah, despite that, seemingly the Irish was on the back foot. Whitelock opted for 3. So... Instead of being 1 point behind after a try or potentially a converted try, being ahead, New Zealand is 20 points to 23, still down by 3. And after that, on the 72nd minute, David Havili makes a good run. He gets to the halfway point. He passes the ball to I think he was Rico at center, and he gets tackled. And then basically. There was the Irish managed to force a breakdown penalty on the 50-meter line right at the center. And Joe Carberry gets the ball, attempts a 50-meter goal kick. The ball just slips in. The whole place goes crazy. 26-20. All Blacks needs a converted try now to actually win the game with 8 minutes left on the clock. And then once again, so for the last 8 minutes, the Irish team were really able to manage the kicking game quite well, being able to pin the New Zealand inside their own half, forcing them to try to run the ball out of their own half. And then on the last minute of the game, or actually 78th minute of the game, All Blacks try to run the ball out of their own 22, gets caught in the breakdown penalty, and the Irish team just goes crazy. Huge high fives all around. Joe Carberry, this was right in front, and this was like, he just looked super tense, super nervous, right? Because if he gets this one, basically they win the game. Otherwise, then the referee even stated there's time for a kickoff. So yeah, Carberry kicks this one right in front, 29-20. Whole place goes wild. All Blacks weren't able to get anything out of the kickoff, and yeah, that's the game ended. This was a absolutely spectacular performance by Ireland. This is Andy Farrell has definitely taken this team to the next level after taking over from Joe Schmidt. You know, I have to applaud you for such a great effort, and this was just, yeah, absolutely amazing. This is probably the best performance I have ever seen from Ireland. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think of this game? Is this the best performance ever? Is this the best performance by Johnny Sexton ever? I think it's there. I think it's there. This is absolutely amazing stuff. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I really do appreciate it. Post your comment. Let me know what you think. And yes, thank you for watching this. Cheers.